How does the son of a Turkish fisherman become the heart of an NBA powerhouse? Not through sheer athleticism, not through flashy mixtapes, but through craft, through grit, through genius. Alperen Şengün wasn't supposed to be that guy. Not in the NBA, not in this era of freak athletes and highlight factories. Yet, here he is, transforming the Houston Rockets into contenders. The Turkish center who plays like no one else. And it all started on the shores of the Black Sea. Giresun, Turkey, a quiet coastal town where life moves with the rhythm of the tides. This is where Alperen Şengün's story begins, where his father worked long days as a fisherman, rising before dawn, casting nets into cold waters, coming home with stories, not glory. Life was simple, humble, hard-earned. Every morning began the same way, with a traditional Turkish breakfast spread across the table. Fresh white cheese, olives glistening with oil, warm simit bread, tomatoes and cucumbers sliced thin, and chai tea served in small tulip-shaped glasses. This wasn't just food, this was family. This was culture. This was the foundation that would ground him even as his life changed forever. While his father carved out a living from the sea, young Alperen found himself drawn to a different rhythm. Not waves, but hardwood. Not nets in the ocean, but nets on the court. But basketball wasn't his first sport, not even close. Şengün's parents had other plans. They enrolled him in swimming lessons early, hoping their son would become an elite athlete. In the pool, from age 5, he trained as a swimmer. Discipline, breath control, rhythm. These weren't just swimming lessons. They were life lessons that would shape his unique basketball style years later. Because on the court today, Şengün moves with that same calm, that same pace, that same patience. Where others rush, he flows. Where others force, he feels. At just 8 years old, everything changed. Şengün picked up a basketball and never looked back. He started playing in local leagues around Giresun, not because anyone told him to, but because something about the game just clicked. By 12, he joined the youth program at Giresun University. Not a powerhouse program, but one that taught fundamentals and grit. He wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, but he understood space, timing, and touch like he was born with it. Most kids wanted to score. Şengün wanted to share. He became the biggest connector on the court. By 18, when most Americans are just starting college, Şengün was dominating grown men in Turkey's Pro League. Turkish League MVP at 18, leading one of Europe's toughest leagues. At 18, playing with a wisdom beyond his years at 18. Turkish fans whispered, could this be our Jokic? You'd think being MVP at 18 would guarantee a lottery pick, but draft night came and the doubts poured in. Too slow, too traditional, not athletic enough for today's NBA. Team after team passed on him. Pick after pick, the disrespect grew. He slipped to number 16, where Oklahoma City selected him, only to immediately trade him to Houston. And that's when everything changed, because the Rockets saw what others missed. Craft, IQ, feel. They didn't see a throwback, they saw their future. The steal of the draft was heading to Houston on a less than $3 million a year rookie contract. That's nothing in this league, and it's about to change very soon. In his rookie year, we saw flashes of brilliance. The footwork, the flair, the feel. Old school post moves, new school passing vision. He wasn't the loudest rookie, but he was laying the foundation for something bigger. Rookie season, 9.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Second season, 14.8 points, 8.8 rebounds, 3.9 assists. Current season, 21.1 points, 9.5 rebounds, 5.6 assists. He's got the mind of a veteran in a young man's body. The way he sees the game, it's special. Some guys play basketball, Alperen thinks basketball. Rockets teammate Fred VanVleet. But something was missing, something was holding him back, and that something was about to change. For his first 2 years in Houston, Alperen Şengün was stuck. Under head coach Stephen Silas from 2021 to 2023, Şengün's talent was largely wasted. Limited minutes, inconsistent role, coming off the bench when he should have been starting. Silas's team never truly embraced what made Şengün special. The Rockets languished near the bottom of the standings. The rebuild was stagnant, and their most unique talent was being underutilized. Enter Ime Udoka. When the Rockets hired Udoka as head coach, everything changed. From day one, he saw what Şengün could be. I told Alpi from our first meeting, we're building this offense around you. You're the hub. You're the engine. I want the ball in your hands, making decisions. Ime Udoka. Udoka didn't just give Şengün minutes. He gave him responsibility. He gave him trust. He gave him the keys to the offense. Under Silas, 12.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.8 assists. Under Udoka, 21.1 points, 9.5 rebounds, 5.6 assists. From almost overlooked draft pick to franchise cornerstone. From bench player to all-star candidate. From Turkish prospect to NBA superstar. And the Rockets don't just win with him, they play differently. They play his way. What makes Şengün different isn't just what he does, but how he does it. He's got Jokic's vision, that ability to slow the game down, to make decisions 2 passes ahead. He doesn't just pass, he orchestrates. He sees cutters before they cut, reads traps before they happen. He has Manu Ginobili's unpredictability, real chaotic genius. That left-handed audacity, that feel for the moment, that willingness to try things most players wouldn't even think of. He's got Pau Gasol's finesse, soft hands around the rim, graceful footwork in the paint. He makes the tough look easy. He doesn't overpower, he outthinks, he outfeels. But he's not any of them. He's not a copy. He's a remix, a Turkish original. Alperen Şengün, Eurocraft, NBA flair, Turkish fire. Şengün isn't just playing like a star, he's becoming part of a movement. For decades, the NBA was dominated by American superstars, the Jordans, the Kobes, the LeBrons. But now, the face of the league is starting to look a lot more international. Nikola Jokic, reigning MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo, championship leader. Luka Doncic, redefining guard play. Joel Embiid, dominant force. And now Şengün, running an offense, leading a playoff team, doing things most big men wouldn't even try. This isn't a coincidence. It's a revolution in how basketball is played at the highest level. European players aren't just keeping up, they're setting the tone. And Şengün, he's next in line. He changes how we have to defend. He's not just a scoring threat or a passing threat. He's a thinking threat. Every possession, he's playing chess. Steve Kerr. The Rockets are rising in the Western Conference, and Şengün is at the heart of it all. His performance in this year's playoffs against the Warriors was just a teaser of big things coming. He played like a young Pau Gasol meets Manu Ginobili, often leading the Rockets in an intense battle against Steph Curry and the Warriors. Experience won that series, but Şengün just got the education he needed to fully take over. From the Black Sea to H-Town, from swimming lanes to NBA lanes, from fishing nets to basketball nets. This is Alperen Şengün. This is how a humble kid from Turkey is taking over the NBA. If you love stories about players who do it their way, smash that like button. Subscribe for more underrated stars and hidden gems of the NBA. Drop your favorite Şengün moment in the comments below. More underdog legends are coming your way.